So, hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Maria and this is my first ever video. So, basically, please bear with me. I have no fancy equipment. I'm filming from my closet. I have no microphone and I'm a bit awkward because I'm very camera shy, but I really wanted to make this video because I feel that I have some advice that could help people, and also I want to tell people my personal experience and hope that I will be some sort of inspiration to someone or give them hope or generally make someone feel that like they're not alone in this. So basically my experience is that I'm 25 years old. I have never had a real relationship. I have never dated any guys long term. The most I've dated someone, it was for maybe one and a half month. And yeah, I never had any sexual experiences. Never took that step with anybody. And yeah, that's it. So the reasons why I didn't have any sexual experiences is mostly because of personal beliefs and values. I am a Christian, so I chose to wait till marriage. I want to say that even though my faith is a huge factor on my personal decisions and why I didn't have any sexual experiences, it's also not the only reason why I haven't had any such experiences. To be honest, till this day, I haven't met any guy who would make me feel safe and who would help me open up and trust them. The last two guys I was going out with appeared to be pretty gentle and considerate in the beginning when they were dating me, and at some point they grew really distant and started treating me poorly. So basically I went on a few dates with a few guys, and at the beginning everything was wonderful. They were very sweet, as I said, they were very gentle. They told me that I was such a wonderful woman. I want to say that from the beginning I was very straightforward with every guy I dated. Even if some people told me not to do it, they were like, don't go and tell people that you're not gonna have sex with them. But I never wanted to lead on any guy. I was pretty straightforward. I was like, you know what, I'm waiting for marriage. If you're okay with that, I can get to know you. I would like to get to know you, but if you just are in this relationship and you just want to have sex, then forget about it. And they all appeared to be fine. They were like, yeah, it's okay. And actually the response was overwhelmingly positive. That's what I was gonna say. Even though it sounds kind of unusual, these guys would praise me and will be like, oh, it's a rare thing in today's society. I mean, I haven't met anyone your age that is still a virgin. And oh, like, they were impressed and they actually loved that. Generally start respecting me more and saying that, oh, it's a natural thing for a woman to be a virgin, and that's what she should be, and she should be pure, and blah blah blah, stuff like that. So yeah, basically I was straightforward from the beginning. I was always honest with these guys. I never lied to them. I never pretended that I was gonna give them something that I'm not gonna give them. And they would praise me. They will be like, oh, you're the perfect woman, and how is it possible for you to still be a virgin, and that's amazing. But at the end they would try to pursue me to sleep with them by telling me that if you really love me, you would sleep with me. And I will hear all sorts of things. These guys would tell me that I was an angel from heaven. You have no idea the compliments I would receive from these men, and the promises that they would give me. They were gonna marry me for sure. They were gonna marry me, and that they wanted to pursue me, and that they were serious about me. But if they were so serious, where are they now? They left. Yeah, I was pretty straightforward with them, and I never changed my beliefs and values for nobody. I never gave in to what they asked, because I told them in the beginning, I'm not gonna give you that, and you can go or leave now. It's your choice. But they will play along and pretend that this is what they want. And maybe they do want this, but they don't understand that if you want something good, you should be good yourself. It's pretty simple. And I'm not just talking about myself, saying that I'm the best thing ever. I'm just saying that you should have a double standard. If you think that women should be virgins and pure, you should be pure yourself. That's what I believe. I hold men to the same standard I hold women. What I expect from the other person, I also expect from myself. I expect nothing less from myself. So if I hold someone to a high standard, I would also hold myself to a high standard, especially in a relationship. I wasn't planning on changing and compromising my beliefs and values for no guy, even if he seemed to be the perfect guy for me. And honestly, I dated men who appeared to be the perfect men, and I sometimes wonder, I actually know right now that they're not the perfect people for me. They're not the perfect men for me, because if they were, at least if one of them was, he would be here. Yeah, if you're watching this, don't compromise your beliefs and values, and if you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. A lot of people unfortunately view sex as a chore. They're like, just do it, just get it over with, just lose your virginity. You cannot be like 22 or 23 or 25 or 30 and still have your virginity. Like it's some sort of competition, and like it's a chore that you just need to tick off your to-do list. But they're so wrong. I don't even want to call it having sex. I want to call it making love, because that's what it was meant to be. That's what it's supposed to be, because that's the ultimate goal, right? To love, to be loved, and to love, and to experience this awesome thing when you unite with someone, and you're gonna be like, wow, this is the greatest experience ever. But people nowadays treat it like it's a chore. Like, just get it over with and you'll be fine. They don't want to make love. They don't want to connect with a person on a more intimate level. And you know what? Everyone is so replaceable. Everyone is so replaceable. You don't want to invest in one person. They just want to replace them. When something goes wrong, they replace them. And we can see that with social media and dating apps. You just swipe left and swipe right. You just have a look at a person and you're like, this is not what I want. And they don't want to build a future with someone. They don't care about that. And what sort of future can you build when everyone is so easily replaceable, honestly? I wonder what sort of future you can build when you just move on to the next person so easily. And I'm not saying this to judge anybody. I'm just telling you what society is. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are frustrated about this. So my dating experience was that I would go on a few dates with a few different guys. And at the beginning, they were so nice, so sweet, so compassionate. Even after I told them that what my views and values were. They will be, they will still be sweet. They will be like, oh, it's okay, and actually I would really like someone like you. And they also wanted me to open up. They used to be really good at like the first dates or the first couple weeks. They will hold my hand and be like, please open up to me, please tell me what's in your heart. I want to know everything about you. I want to build a future with you. And when someone does these things, it warms up your heart, and you get to be like, oh, do they really mean it? But from personal experience, I was like, no, you don't care. I don't want to open up to you because you're gonna leave. And they were like, no, I'm never gonna leave you. But yet they left because they're not here anymore. So basically, I wasn't ready to open up because I will feel deep in my heart that they were going to leave. And it was still too early to see somebody's true intentions. And I was right, because at the end they left. And I always hear the argument that a lot of people make, something that women hear quite often: if you sleep with him, you will keep him, or he won't leave, or he's leaving you because he's sexually frustrated and he just has to have sex, and men just need to have sex. Well, women also need to be loved. It's a need. So if men have the need to have sex, women have the need to feel affection and love. So never compromise your needs for someone else's needs, just so you can keep them. He's not gonna stay. Listen, he is really not gonna stay. Even if you give yourself to him, he is not gonna stay. And yeah, I believe that if somebody cares about you, they wouldn't leave you. Even if you don't sleep with them, they wouldn't leave you. It's just plain and simple. And I don't care if everyone disagrees with me, but if you love someone, you don't leave them. It's that simple. Where there is true love, there is patience. And when you love someone, you don't abandon them. You wait for them. And a lot of people might disagree with that, and it may be hard to understand, especially if you never had anybody wait on you, because I never had anybody wait for me neither. But this doesn't mean that true love doesn't exist. Just because I or you haven't experienced it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit emotional. As I said before, today everybody's replaceable, and I don't want to be replaceable to somebody. I want to find someone who I am irreplaceable to, who they cannot fathom being with someone else besides me. And I don't want anybody who is gonna worship me or treat me as a goddess. I just want a person who truly, genuinely loves me and who wants to be with me, and who I am so important to and irreplaceable to. I believe that's the ultimate goal in human relationships: to find someone who you are so important to, who you are irreplaceable to, who loves you unconditionally, and who would wait for you no matter what the circumstances are, who would not abandon you and leave you. So if you ever feel pressured to engage in sex with someone, even if that's your boyfriend pressuring you, or your friends telling you you should do it, or people making fun of you because you haven't done it yet. Maybe you're younger, you're in high school, and maybe you're in college and you feel the pressure. My advice to you is, do not listen to these people. They do not care about your mental well-being, because if they did, they would never tell you to do something you're not ready to do. Having sex is not a chore. It's not something you just do. Is you being the most vulnerable with someone, opening up your soul eventually to that person. It's like somebody seeing you naked and just touching you. I know many people cannot realize what this is. It is you being in your most vulnerable state. Why would you want to share this with anybody? And I don't want to be strict on any woman or guy or anyone who is watching this and has already slept. Maybe you have slept with multiple people. I really am not judging you. And I do not believe that because in the past you did something that defines you. And if you feel like what I'm saying is not important, you don't have to listen to me. I am speaking to a very specific group of people who are really frustrated and maybe they feel like they are lost in today's dating world, like nobody understands them. Maybe if you're watching this, maybe you are the only one among your friends who still hasn't had sex, still hasn't done it, and you're wondering, is there something wrong with me? No, there's nothing wrong with you. I'm being serious. There's nothing wrong with you. So I hear a lot the argument that having sex is a basic need. And to me, this is one of the most stupid arguments. Don't get me wrong. Being loved and making love and being intimate is indeed a human need. It's not a need similar to going to the bathroom or when you're hungry and you go open the cupboard or fridge to eat. It's not like that at all. It's something so much deeper, so precious, and you cannot compare it to a basic need as if it's something you're gonna do mechanically, like go to the bathroom and you're done, you're finished with it. One of the reasons I decided to make this video is because in real life I know a lot of teenagers, and when I was a teenager I was struggling a lot, and I wish I had a bigger sister. I wish I had someone who was around my age but a bit older, who would be a woman and who would feel my pain and who would come to me and be like, I know what you're going through and I've been through that and it's gonna be okay. So if you're watching this and you have no one to tell you that I'm here for you, it's gonna be okay. If you are 16, 17, 19 or even 20 and you feel like you're being pressured to have sex and you don't feel ready, or maybe you're not even thinking about it on that deep level, you're just like, I'm just gonna do it because everyone is doing this, I strongly urge you to not do it. I strongly urge you to not do it because there's a very high chance that you're gonna regret it. I don't want to be too cliche and sound like your mother, but you are really young. You are really young, because to me it's something so deep and so important, and you don't want to waste it on a random teenage boy who is not going to talk to you tomorrow. I know it sounds harsh, but it's the truth. And you might be like, but Maria, it's not that deep. And you know what? I heard it from many people who actually had sex. They're like, if you have sex, you're gonna realize that, oh, that's what I was not doing. Like, it's not that deep. Why was I not having sex? I mean, why was I so scared? And actually, that's my biggest fear. My biggest fear is that I'm gonna have sex at the wrong moment with the wrong person. Maybe I'm gonna meet someone who is gonna pretend that they love me and then they're just gonna go away. Or maybe it's gonna be a sort of heat of the moment, weak moment for me, and then my heart is gonna grow numb and I'm gonna be like, oh, I don't care anymore. And that really hurts me to think, because to me it's something so important and so precious that I would never want to take lightly. I want to experience it with the right person, and that person is a person I'm gonna marry one day. So now I'm gonna go on to telling you guys some things I learned from not having sex. So the first thing I learned is that by not giving in to pressure of having sex, you can see people's intentions. Their real intentions will be revealed to you more easily. When it comes to dating, a lot of guys claim that they want a pure woman that hasn't slept with anyone, and then they pressure you to sleep with them, so they don't respect you. They want you to be pure for anyone else, but they want you to be a with them. You get to see guys' intentions, what they really think, what they really feel, and how much they're willing to wait, which usually is not that long if they want other things and they don't look at you as a person, just want to sleep with you. They will leave pretty early, and usually around a month or so. That's what I noticed. Now I want to go on and rant a bit. I want to say something. I do not believe in shaming women. Even though I'm a virgin, I do not believe that if you don't want to be a virgin and you want to have sex, that's on you. I believe everyone is entitled to their own choices and their free will. But something that really annoyed me, and I noticed when I was dating these guys as a virgin. I don't know why I did this, because I am. So something that annoyed me when I was dating these guys was that I noticed that they were shaming a lot of these women, and basically they would tell me that, oh, you're so different and it's amazing that you're a virgin and that you don't sleep around, and women that sleep around are, and I will hear a bunch of things from these guys. Something that really made my blood boil, and thinking about it, it really makes me so angry, is that these men, and I want everyone to hear this, if you stayed for some reason till this part of the video and you're not a virgin and you're wondering, why am I listening to this virgin? And you're just listening to my video, maybe this goes out for you, because these men basically would tell me that, oh, these women who sleep around are and they would talk so bad, they would degrade this woman so much. Yet I noticed that these are the women that they go and sleep with, the women that they call home. These are the ones that they go sleep with. And they told me, some of these guys I dated, they told me that these women are only good for sleeping around with, and they're only good for sex, but they're not good for marrying. So this makes my blood boil, because I find it ridiculous. These men are a disgrace, ladies, and please don't sleep around with these men. Don't give them any of your time and energy. If a guy is keeping you in their life just to sleep with you and they're not committing to you, dump him and don't give him any more of your energy. You deserve something better. You really do. You do not deserve to be used, because these men use women. They call them, but they're not for sleeping around. No, no. Only a woman who sleeps around is a whore. A man who sleeps around is a legend. They do not hold themselves to the double standard. They go around, sleep around, and then they expect that they're gonna find a woman who is pure and a virgin. Yeah, they expect that they're gonna sleep around, and then when they decide to get married, they're gonna find a woman who's gonna be waiting for them all their life and abstaining from sex and keeping herself pure for them. No, if I'm keeping myself pure, it's not for these kind of guys. It's for a man who truly loves and respects women, and who would truly love and respect me. So ladies, don't waste your time and energy with these guys. This is my advice to you. If you are sleeping around with these men, do not give them any more of yourself. They do not appreciate it at all. So because this video is getting really long, I want to say a couple things and then end it. So for a recap, being a virgin helped me at the same time see many of these guys' intentions unfold in front of my eyes. I have been shamed by family members, friends, and even guys I dated for my beliefs. And I want to give you 2 examples of how I saw these guys' intentions, and these are with the 2 last guys I dated. So with the first guy that I was dating, everything was pretty fine. It was all good, and besides a few moments where he was being a bit rude to me, and I could see that he was frustrated, and he told me that when I told him that he was trying to get me to go further with him, and I was like, I cannot do it, I don't want to do it. And he was like, you're looking for a guy in shining armor or something like that, which was a bit of an insult, because he would say it in a really mocking tone, like, oh, you think you're that great and you're looking for a guy in a shining armor. Well, yeah, I am looking for a guy in a shining armor. It's probably not you. That's what I tell him, at least, because I feel like someone who loves you is gonna be patient with you and not force you to do something that you don't want to. And the second guy I was dating, which was the one that I started to develop really strong feelings for, everything was amazing till our last conversation, where the last week or the last few days where we were talking. At that point, we were long distance because he moved to another country due to work, and he said he was going to be back, but it was difficult at that moment. So we were long distance, and I felt that he grew a bit distant from me. So I told him, I was like, I feel like you're distancing yourself from me. And we basically got into an argument, and I told him that it seems that you don't care about this relationship and about me, and I do not see you trying to come closer and make this work. And basically, the last thing he told me, the last exchange of words, was that I told him that I just feel like you don't care. And he told me, he basically said, if you opened up your legs, maybe guys would care about you more. And ouch, that was a stab in the heart. I cannot even begin to explain how much that hurt me personally. But yeah, I feel like I saw his true intentions that day, that he was not willing to wait for me or to fight for me. So I want to end this video by saying that one day you will meet somebody who would truly love you. I believe it. I truly do. And when will this happen? When you don't compromise for anyone. You will meet somebody who will truly love you, who will care about you, who your dreams, goals, values will not seem silly to them, and he will love you for who you are. And yeah, I was feeling that way, but I was also feeling a bit disappointed today because I happened to stumble upon some old messages of the last guy I was talking to, and I could see all the words he said, and now we're two strangers. He said that he used to love me and that he wanted to fight for me and that he wanted to be together and everything, and now we're two strangers, and it really hurt my heart. But then I opened my Instagram and I stumbled upon something on my For You page, and it was a post of a quote, and it said, "The pain of marrying the wrong person is worse than your present fear of not getting married before 30. This is true. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people who are divorced right now and who have ruined families could tell you that if I knew what was gonna happen in my life, I would wait a bit longer, even if that's a couple years, 5 years or 10 years. I would wait for the right person to come, because I do not wish this experience, not even on my worst enemy. Being single is hard, but being with the wrong person is harder. Being a virgin is hard, but not experiencing true love and getting used for your body and not being appreciated and being truly loved is harder. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this. However, if you're watching this and you've been through many bad experiences, I want to tell you that it's not late and you should never lose hope. It doesn't matter what happened in the past, you can always switch your life around. And if you believe in God, I believe that He would send you someone who truly loves you. You just need to have faith in Him. It's never too late. Even if you're 30, 40, how I don't care how old you are. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what you've been through. Nothing is impossible for God. So be patient and don't lose hope. Thank you guys for watching my video. That's it. I hope I was able to reach somebody. Have a great day or night. Bye.